RW's Old Man is back, and woof, I'm still freaking tired from yesterday's main event between Cena and Michaels. Oh, wore this old guy out, let me tell you. But the show must go on. I have another random ass daily match review, and this is Jon Moxley versus Killer Kross. Killer Kross accompanied with Scarlett Bordeaux. Hi, Scarlett. Let's see. Pre-match thoughts. I didn't know what to expect, to be honest with you. I don't know much about Killer Kross. I found out a lot as the match went on. But with Moxley in there, I'm sure it's going to be a fight / match / ass kicking kind of a match. I don't know who's going to win. I really don't know. I guess I would say if Moxley, because of the story, he's making a special appearance. Maybe he goes over. I don't know. All right, so this match emanates from Las Vegas, Nevada, for the company Future Stars Wrestling. This takes place on July 5th, 2019, and the match that they participate in is a match where the loser does not answer the 10 count. I don't know if that's called something, I don't know. Last man standing, perhaps, sure. A little bit of tidbits about FSW. Current stars are among them are Kenny King, Disco Inferno, and Brian Cage. And past guest appearances have included Kevin Nash, John Morrison, Matt Hardy, Chris Masters, Jake Roberts, Austin Aries, among others. A lot of people have come through. That's really cool. Let's see here. A couple of their titles have interesting names. Really kind of different ways to name your titles, I guess, by the region. Like, what TNT champion is for AEW and all that stuff. So along with the heavyweight tag and women's titles, they have two titles. One is called No Limits, which I imagine might be a hardcore title, and Nevada State title. I liked the Nevada State title idea. It's kind of like the old school television title, where like if there's a TV event, this guy has to defend the title. Maybe so this guy can only defend the title in Nevada. So, but at the same time, like, you're not the best wrestler in Nevada because the heavyweight champion for FSW is the best wrestler in the whole company. So either way, if say the FSW champion is out of Nevada, then hey, look, the guy who's on top is the Nevada State Championship. I like the regional aspect of it, kind of territorial-ish, so it harkens back to that kind of thing. So this event is called, where's it at here? I brought it down somewhere. There it is. Natural Born Winners. I'm not sure if it's a gimmick or it's just a name someone thought up. Obviously, a play off Natural Born Killers or Natural Born Thrillers or whatever it is. This event featured Killer Kross as the host, and Austin Aries and Simon Gotch, among others. Okay, so the story of this started a month before this event, right around a month. And Killer Kross cuts kind of like a cinematic promo. I'm not going to go word for word. I'll just get the gist of it for you. He cut like a cinematic promo on Jon Moxley, and it kind of looks like he's walking through Vegas. And he walks into a bar, and he walks up to some bartenders and some bar guests in this establishment and says, "Gentlemen, I'm looking for this lunatic. This lunatic is walking around in my city. He's loose in my city. He's a lunatic who talks about change, time, paradigm shifts. Hint. You tell him I'm looking for him, and tell him that this lunatic should have stayed in prison because now he's not safe, and now he's in Vegas and he must pay a toll." And so Mox finally responds by coming up to the show unannounced, and we go to the video, or go to the match, excuse me, and it starts with Killer Kross in the ring, and he is accompanied by Scarlett Bordeaux. Hi, Scarlett, and he's already in the ring, and he's with Dan Severn. He just had a match with Dan Severn. I'm not sure what the match was, but apparently Killer Kross won because Severn was putting him over. All right, so Kross gets the mic, and he starts to thank the crowd. He doesn't even get one word out, and Moxley's and his music starts to play. The camera goes to the entrance, and Moxley walks out to a huge pop. In fact, there's this kind of a heavy-looking dude, some chubby dude sitting right next to the entrance to the left of it, and he is just marking out. He's all smiling, and he's kind of like pumping his fist like he's freaking drumming on his belly, and he's looking like he's freaking happy, and that kind of made me chuckle. So I'd probably be doing the same thing, especially since I'm on camera. So Moxley swaggers to the ring, and we hear a Mox chant break out. And he gets into the ring and walks up to Kross, and Kross is about to say something. Second, he gets the mic up to his lips. Moxley just slaps the ring out of the mic, and he punches Kross right in the face. Moxley takes off his jacket and follows Kross to the outside. Mind you, the bell hasn't rung yet. Mox with a few chops to Kross. Mox slams Kross's head into the apron. Mox hits Kross with a trash can. Once they get back into the ring, Moxley says to the ref, ring the fucking bell, and away we go. Here we go. Let the fight begin. All right, Kross immediately hits Doomsday on Mox and follows up with an armbar. Mox flips Kross over and goes to town across his face with his fists. Mox locks in a Fujiwara armbar. Kross escapes. Mox locks in an ankle lock. Kross reverses into one of his own. Mox escapes and applies the Texas Cloverleaf. It didn't look very good. It took him forever to get it put together, but still a great submission move. It's pretty much the story of this match is submission, a give and take with the MMA style from both guys, and as the match goes on, I'll explain a little further what I'm talking about when it's just a fight. This is awesome. Chant breaks out. Moxley with a front face lock on Kross. Kross escapes and then nails Mox in the back of the head with forearms. Yeah, like I said about the fighting, it's MMA style by the mile here. They're just going to town on holds and ankle locks and wrist locks arm locks after those forearms, there's a 7 count on Moxley. Moxley gets up after that 7 count, flips off the ref, and flips off Kross, and then does a float over armbar on Kross. Mox picks up Kross and has another takedown, and then tries to reapply the armbar. Kross evades and goes for a triangle choke. Max ends up picking up Kross and giving him a small powerbomb to escape. Mox hits a beautiful Shining Wizard to Kross. Moxley chant again breaks out. Referee has a count going on Kross. Kross gets up at 8. Mox goes for the ankle again and drives elbows to Kross's head. Another count to Kross. Kross gets up at 7. Mox with another big Shining Wizard to Kross. Kross sells it like a boss. He goes down like a freaking bad habit. Mox hits a double arm DDT and follows it up with a guillotine choke. So this is what I'm talking about. Like they're just doing, it's like an MMA fight here. And they're just doing hold after hold after hold, strike after strike. It's basically like a little bit more of an extreme version of an MMA fight, and it looks really good so far. I don't know how often you have to practice it to get it right without it looking like it's fake, but it just doesn't look fake. Although it's wrestling, but it doesn't look fake. I bet you they're just calling it in the ring. I doubt they even rehearsed anything. They're just calling it in the ring, and they have knowledge and the muscle memory of all the holds. It's great stuff. By the way, this is MMA. This is Kross's gimmick. By the way, he has an MMA style. I didn't know that until they mentioned it in the match. Okay, so while Moxley still has that guillotine choke in, Kross picks up Moxley and slams him into the corner, but Mox still does not let go of the choke. Mox gets Kross back down gets Kross back down to the mat with the choke still applied. Kross escapes and both men get back to their feet. Mox with a couple of beautiful knee strikes to Kross, and then it's a nice double underhook suplex on Kross. Ref has a count on both guys, and both guys get up around 7. Kross with a knee strike to Mox's head, looked beautiful. Kross with a kick to Mox's temple. Ref with a count to Moxley. Nice selling from Moxley. He's trying to get up from the kick to his temple, and he's trying to grab ropes, but he keeps falling down. He's doing a really good job selling here. But Kross makes a mistake by flipping off Moxley at the 8 count, and Moxley responds with a huge lariat. Referees is now counting both guys, both guys are down on the mat. Referees counting both guys. Both Kross and Moxley get up at 9. They do kind of a little boo-yay spot, which ends when Moxley fakes a punch and then ends up slapping Kross in the face Then they slap each other in a temple a few times. Moxley with some knee strikes. Kross with some tie kicks. Kross blocks the paradigm shift from Moxley and then hits Doomsday. Mox responds with a DDT. Both guys are on the mat. The referee counts to 10, and we have both guys are counted out on the mat. So it's a no contest. As these guys are like kind of getting their bearings, the crowd chants, "Let them fight," and they eventually like look at each other and just start brawling again. A bunch of security guards and refs come out and try to separate them, but that doesn't work out too well. Moxley and Kross both beat up all the referees and security guards while the crowd is chanting, "Let them fight." There's this one guy just standing in the ring trying to either calm Kross down or whatever he's doing. I'm not sure what he's trying to do, and he gets Doomsday for his for his efforts. The announcer, as this guy is getting to Doomsday, the announcer just blurts out, "What an idiot! What are you thinking?" Holy shit! Chant breaks out after Moxley and Kross are just staring at each other. Some dude walks in and Scarlett Bordeaux hits him with a beer bottle, or at least it looked like a beer bottle, and then she just goes nuts. She starts yelling something, and I couldn't tell what she was saying. Crowd responds to that with a "Scarlett's gonna kill you" chant. Kross calms Bordeaux down. Both guys seem to call a truce. They're putting their arms up as if, "Hey, look, I'm cool. Kross gets a mic and he says, "Well, shit." And look at Jon Moxley. "We're here. I was trying to get your attention to introduce myself." Moxley gets the mic and he says, "Hey, look, I know you. I may not necessarily like you, but tonight you're in my respect. I don't know where, I don't know when, but this shit ain't over. I'll see you around if you want to finish this." Moxley chant breaks out, and both guys acknowledge the crowd like they climb the turnbuckles, and the video cuts to black. All right, so this match was fun. I don't see many actual quote unquote wrestling matches anymore. Or I'm sorry, I'm sorry to say anymore. Maybe I've never seen one actually where it looks like a real wrestling match, and it didn't look like it was spots. It looked like there was this match had 0 spots. It was just guys. I think they just called in the ring, and there was literally every move looked like it was like a real fight. It didn't look like it was fake fighting. Or it didn't look like they were trying to fake real fighting like those MMA guys did in TNA Impact a few years ago with that, where I think Bobby Lashley was involved with it. I forget the event. RW Podcast reviewed it a while back. I'm sure one of my guys will let me know what it is. So it was just holds, lots of MMA maneuvers and strong style strikes, and nice and stiff, which is always a good way to go. I mean, just ask the sponsor of FSW, which is Blue Chew. The match was a bit sloppy at the start. Maybe there was maybe some miscommunication, but it looked like some of the moves were just they just weren't properly executed. I mean, that clover leaf looked a little sloppy. But at the same time, it looked like what happens in a real fight. I mean, not two or more people outside on the street don't necessarily fight like they know what they're doing. They just sort of throw haymakers and try to get whatever advantage they can. It's never supposed to look good. It's not like it's college football where you look good when you blow when you just I'm sorry, there's no style points. Let's put it that way. Like college football is like a lot of style points. When you're in a real fight, you just want to win, so you just go for what you can. Sometimes you throw a friggin' haymaker and you miss, or you go for a headlock and it doesn't look right or whatever. But this looked realistic. I mean, nothing looked out of place. I was actually impressed. I would pay money to see these guys get a feature match somewhere with proper time, and they expand on this, just to take it to the next level. Yeah, well, I don't have much more to say about the match except for the beating up the security guys. It was fun to watch. I gave the match a 7. It was actually pretty damn good. So I'm going to add a little bit at the end here. The continuation of their story was the main reason for this, but unfortunately, I doubt they've had a rematch because Kross went to NXT while Mox is in AEW, and since WWE is kind of allergic to cross promoting, I doubt this will ever get finished anytime soon, if at all. And that's a shame, because this could main event kind of like a card between AEW and Impact if, say, Kross went to AEW, but he didn't. So it's kind of disappointing. I think the last time I saw WWF Cross promote was when ECW was still around. The legit ECW back in like 94. I'm sorry, like 93 or like 2001. And they, every once in a while, ECW would work with WWE, and they'd have invasions and stuff like that. So yeah, this match was fun. Like I said, I like the realism of it. It looked like it was a real fight. It was stiff, it was snug, and these guys did a lot of things that I didn't expect. It was very much more of a fight as opposed to a wrestling match, but they're still wrestling moves, and I thought it was really cool. Good choice. Crap. Who chose this one? Sorry. Oh yeah, good choice, Dylan. Thank you. It was a good one. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I gave it a 7. Didn't forget to rate it this time. I'm done for the night, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.